Hi, I'm Bobby. I want to talk to you today about manifestation and more specifically, a specific tool that I use in my manifestation practices. And the reason I wanted to make this video is that I have had two people in the last week ask me very specific questions about some of the tools I use for manifestation. And I thought, what better way to address it than to make a video that I can share with those people and other people who ask me, and for anyone else who's curious about manifestation and how to be successful with your manifestations. So the number one tool that I use that I feel impacts my manifestations the most positively is scripting. And I use a very specific technique when I script. So what I do is I've purchased a journal that I use specifically for scripting. I think it's really important that you have something that's functional, that works for you. So size is important. Some people prefer a bigger journal. Some people prefer a spiral notebook. Some people will prefer a much smaller journal that they can carry with them in their bag or their purse or their backpack. What's really important though is that the journal lays flat, is easy for you to write with, and is something that you're going to enjoy writing in, so that you're going to utilize it. And you want to make sure that you use it only for scripting. I think it's really important that you have something that's dedicated for just scripting. So you don't want to do this in your normal journal or in a notebook that you use for a bunch of different things. I think it's really important to have a very specific intention with the journal or the notebook that you choose to use. So this is what mine looks like. It's just very simple, very basic. I like it because it lays really flat. It has a bookmark in it. It's lined, which I really like. Basics of the book itself that I use. And then going into the actual technique of scripting. So there's a lot of different ways that people can script. For me, what I have found that is the most successful is I write in present tense and I express gratitude for what I am manifesting that I want to have that I don't yet have. So an example of that could be if I were looking for my dream job, I would script something like, I am so thankful that I have my dream job. I wake up every morning and I feel excited to go to work. And then you want to get really specific about it. So you could say things like, I am so appreciative that I have a boss who is a mentor, who is invested in my growth, who respects me. I have colleagues that I collaborate with effortlessly. Whatever is important to you in your job. I mean, it could really be anything, but you want to get very specific and you want to talk about your feelings and how that dream job makes you feel. So those are the important things, is being very specific, going into detail, and talking about the feelings that you have. So I want to give you a real example, a tangible example, because people can come on YouTube and they can say that, I can manifest things, but it's where the rubber meets the road, right? Like everyone wants to see it in action. I want to know what you've manifested. I want to see it. So I want to share with you a personal success story that I've had with manifesting. So November of 2020, I decided that I wanted to move from Washington State to Arizona. I had a bunch of personal reasons for it, but basically I had family here that I wanted to be close to, and I was just ready for a massive change in my life. And so what I did was I started with scripting, and in November I started scripting out. I had researched and I knew the company I wanted to work for, and so I wrote down, I am so thankful and grateful that I work for this specific company. I live in this specific town. I have a 4-bedroom house, like all the details of my life. And so I want to share with you actually something that I did actually write, and then I'll tell you how close I actually got to manifesting it in real life. So one of my journal entries that I wrote, this one was December 31st, 2020. I wrote that I am so grateful for the life that 2021 has given me. So I'm expressing gratitude for 2021, even though this was written in 2020. I love living in our beautiful 4-bedroom home in Arizona. The tile floor is so easy to keep clean. It fills my heart with joy as a mom that each of my children have their own bedroom. It is such a light and airy home with such a positive vibe. It is also in a fantastic location that is very safe. I love that I finally have the bohemian home that I have dreamed of, and I am so happy that my parents can come over and have their own space. It's also such a blessing to work for such an amazing company. I love my job and coworkers. I am so valued and appreciated. I am compensated so abundantly. Our family has so much abundance. So then another entry was January 3rd, 2021. And again, I'm going on about this is such an amazing year. I truly can't wait to see what 2021 has for me next. Everything I desire already exists right now. My new life in Arizona is ready and waiting for me to step into it. The universe is propelling me forward to my dream life, and I am infinite love. So then the very next day on January 4th, I scripted again, and my entry goes something like this. The universe always provides. I am invincible. I manifest abundance effortlessly. I have unlimited resources. Money flows to me every day in limitless quantities. Money is always there when I need it. I love money. I'm so grateful for money. My life is filled with supportive family and friends. Employers want to hire me. I am my boss's favorite employee. Everyone wants to hear what I have to say. They hang on my every word. My dream home is ready and waiting for me right now in Arizona. The universe fulfills my desires and manifestations, and I am blessed. And then here's where it gets really specific and really cool. So on January 15th, I wrote, I had applied for a position at the organization that I wanted to work for here in Arizona. And so I say Friday, January 15th, 2021, that I am the most qualified candidate for this compensation position. They cannot wait for me to start working there. They know that I am the perfect person for the job, and they can't wait to officially hire me. My amazing life in my town is waiting for me. I thrive in the desert. And then I talk about, how my hair and my skin look amazing in the desert, and the children each have their own amazing spaces. I have 4 children, but 3 still at home. I feel so relaxed in my home. It is such a relaxing Zen vibe. I flourish living in the desert. I am wealthy beyond my imagination, and money flows to me constantly. Every time I check my bank account, the numbers continue to rise. I can't spend my money fast enough. I am going to get hired for this job. The universe always provides for me. I am a miracle manifester. I can manifest absolutely anything. I am the best candidate for my organization's job. They already love me there. I have such a beautiful office. And then the next day, Saturday, January 16th, again, scripting every day. Some of the things that I just highlighted here, I have a beautiful family, and we are living our best lives. We have a beautiful home that we love in our town, Arizona. Our weekends are spent traveling all over the Southwest. The children are so smart and thrive in school. I am loved, valued, and am well respected at work. I love going to work each day. It is such a beautiful campus. The kids love our neighborhood and their schools, and they have lots of friends. I love that we have, it's also wonderful to have a house big enough that each kid can have their own room. I love living in Arizona. And at this time when I was writing these entries into this journal, I had not been accepted for a position, and I was still living in Washington, and I was in the snow and in the cold and had no prospects for anything. And at the end of January, I was flown to the city in Arizona to apply in person, or not apply in person, but to interview in person. I had already had phone interviews and Zoom interviews, and so they flew me out for a site visit, and I got to have my in-person interview. And it wasn't until the second week of February where I was finally offered my job. And not only was I offered an amazing opportunity, but the organization also gave me a relocation bonus and 3 months of temporary housing at no cost. And there's so many other things I'm forgetting, but just the universe said, here you go. This is your job. This is where you're going to be. And so right now, this is our home. We are renting because the market's, crazy right now, and I'm manifesting my dream house that I want to buy. So it's waiting for me. But I have the 4-bedroom home. So each of my children have their own rooms. We live in a neighborhood that is safe. My kids love their school. We love our life. Everything that I scripted, I am now sitting in. Like, this was what I dreamed of, and it's here. So this is a real example of scripting, how to do it, proof that it works. But it's also to remember a couple key things. When you are scripting, especially for major life changes, you can have a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety. So it's very important to have mantras that can carry you through that fear so that you can let that fear go. Because the fear that you have over big changes, which is normal, but it can slow down your manifestation, because the important part about manifestation is that you just believe, and you believe it and you vibrate at that level, and so then the universe provides. So what I would recommend is having a mantra that you use when you feel like your nerves are maybe getting in your way, which can happen with big manifestations. So my personal mantra that I used, and you are welcome to use my mantra, or you can use your own, but the mantra that I used every day, multiple times a day, that I just kept repeating in my head was, I have never failed so badly that I was unable to recover. So I have never failed so badly that I was not able to recover. So when I was selling off all of our possessions and packing up our lives and getting ready to move out to the city that I had only been to one time in my whole life, there's a lot of fear, associated with that. Am I making the right decision? What if I go out there and I hate this job? Just what if? You have to quiet all of that, because that's what's going to prevent your manifestation from taking place. And so you need the mantra that when those fears and those doubts come creeping into your mind, you can get them under control and let them go. And so the mantra is huge. I have never failed so badly I couldn't recover. And that was really important for me, because I have never failed so badly at something that I didn't recover from it. So I was like, okay, you move down there and everything goes, horribly wrong. That's not going to happen, because I wasn't manifesting that. But let's just say it did. Okay, I've always been able to recover. So then when you think about it like that, it's like, oh, well, then that's not so scary, because go through it. Okay, what is worst case scenario? And for me, worst case scenario, okay, I move out there and everything goes south. Well, my mom and dad live, in a town really close by. Let's start over. It wouldn't be the first time, but it didn't happen because I had that mantra and I had my faith. And that's really important, is just having that faith and knowing that the universe is going to take care of you. When you can release the fear and the anxiety over change, your body begins to vibrate at a different frequency. And that vibration, and I'll probably do multiple videos and talk about vibration and how that relates, but I want to keep this on just scripting right now, because I could go on forever about this topic. But anyway, but it's really, really important that you let your fears go, and that you release it to the universe, and that you know that the universe is going to take care of you. And that's when you see the magic happen. My life is magical every day, and it's magical because I know it will be magical, because the universe is magical, and it provides for me in amazing ways. And you don't need to get caught up when you're scripting. Don't get caught up in the how. So you don't want to focus on, I am so thankful for this job that I got because I knew this person and connected to that person, and mapping it all out. You can't do that. You just have to let it go, because the universe is going to figure out the hows. The universe is going to get you there, and it's not your job to figure out how. It's just your job to tell the universe what you want, and be in a space of gratitude all the time, because if you aren't grateful for what you currently have, then you don't have space for more. So I was so grateful for this life that I'm living right now, but I was so grateful for it January of 2021, before I even had it, because I knew that it was coming. And so right now I continue to thank you know, and it can be whatever your beliefs are, you know, universe, God, whatever. But I continue every day to express my thanks and my gratitude for what I have received already, and then what I will receive in the future, and what I know is coming to me. And so hopefully I'll do like another video a year from now, and I'll be in my dream home, and it'll be an update, and like, look at our 4 or 5 bedroom home with a pool, or, you know, whatever. We'll see what happens there. But anyway, so I want to wrap this up because this video is getting kind of long, but this is how I script for manifestation. This is an incredibly powerful technique for me. It's probably the most powerful technique that I use when it comes to manifesting. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section down below. I don't know that I'm going to tie too much of my social media to this YouTube channel, because I don't really know how much time and effort I want to put into this YouTube channel, but I do want to share with friends some of my tips and techniques. So we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. So again, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section down below, and I will be happy to answer them. And if there are specific topics that you want to know about that have to do with manifestation, law of attraction, spirituality, vibration, any of that stuff, let me know. Because I would love, you know, input on what would be most helpful. So thank you so much for spending some time with me, and have a good day.